and capability of young girls across the country. And we also hope that it inspires more girls to come forward. For its little girls who leads today could become strong women with a vision tomorrow. With this hope and this thought, let's start today's session. The format of the session would be that each girl would come forward, introduce themselves, briefly tell about their idea or their innovation, followed by an interaction with Piyush Goyal, sir. I'd like to invite the first participant, Ms. Digantika Bose, who's from West Bengal and who has created an air provider and virus destroying mask.
Good evening, sir. My name is Digantika Bose. I am from West Bengal and now I'm studying at Bangalore Care Institution, BSc Nursing first year. My project is virus destroyed mask. It will destroy the coronavirus in 3 ways. First, there is a ion generator. In this way, when the air is coming, the ion generator collect the particles of this air. Then in this mask there is 2 chamber. In this chamber there is the mixture of soap and water, and we all know that in soap water mixture coronavirus will destroy. So first, when the air is coming by the pipe, then first in this one chamber there is a soap and water combination. The virus, the air will coming by the chamber only, and there is a one-way valve for this that in this chamber the virus will destroy. Then next, when if any corona affected patient wear the mask, then this way valve will working. And another chamber there is also a soap water mixture. If any corona virus is there, then it will come through the chamber and it will destroy it. Then by a pipe the fresh air will come in the air environment. So the virus will destroyed in 3 steps. Then the coronavirus not spreaded.
Thank you, Digantika. Sir, would you want to ask her any question?
How do you आप इसको वैलिडेट कैसे करेंगे बेटा? ये जो आपने कहा कि कोरोना वायरस के लिए ये यूजफुल है, फिर इसको आपने किसी को दिखाया है, कोई लैबोरेटरी टेस्ट वगैरह किए हैं?
नहीं सर, वो मैंने किया नहीं. मैंने सिर्फ रूरल एरियाज में जो हमारे आसपास जो डॉक्टर्स है उसके पास ही हम एक बार वो सर्वे किए हैं. और मैं चाहती हूँ कि वो मार्केट में आए, क्योंकि जो जैसे कोरोना फैल रहा है वो आने से सबको ही मदद मिलेगा, हेल्प होगा सबका.
कृतिका, डॉक्टर्स किसी तरीके से इसको वैलिडेट कराना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो मार्केट नहीं कर पाएंगे मैडम.
यस
ना, आपको इनको किसी से कनेक्ट करवाना पड़ेगा, कोई टेस्टिंग एजेंसी या टेस्टिंग बॉडी, ऑथराइज्ड टेस्टिंग बॉडी के साथ. फाइंड अ वे कहाँ पे रहती हैं ये और किस तरीके से इनको कनेक्ट किया जा सकता है. थैंक यू.
Sure, sir. We'll get in touch with her. Thank you, Digantika.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I now invite our second innovator, Ms. Akshara Singh, who is from Haryana and has built a product called AgriPredict. Over to you, Akshara.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for providing me with the opportunity of participating in today's interaction. I'm Akshara Singh from Gurgaon, Haryana. I'm a student of class 10 of DPS Gurgaon, and I'm very passionate about using science and technology to find solutions to pressing problems. I've been working on 2 projects. one in the agriculture sector and the other in the healthcare sector. My project AgriPredict focuses on using AI to analyze data from farmers and images from satellites to predict the future quantity, quality, and price of crops so that farmers can plan their finances in advance. And this would give them some sense of financial security. My most recent project, New Check, works towards reducing misdiagnosis and increasing the efficiency and accuracy of diagnosis. Um, Currently, we're using AI to analyze X-ray images to help diagnose pneumonia. I specifically chose to work on pneumonia due to the ongoing pandemic, but would soon be expanding to other diseases such as skin cancer, diabetic retinopathy, etc. The recently launched Ayushman Bharat digital mission would be strengthening the country's healthcare IT infrastructure, and it would be generating massive amounts of data. I hope to use this data to improve the quality of new check, to improve diagnosis that I can provide, and improve the healthcare facilities for Indians. Um, right now, other than developing skills, I am focusing on trying to understand the various challenges faced in different industries and how technology and innovation can be used to solve these challenges. Eventually, I would choose an industry that interests me and would like to use technology to solve the major challenges that India faces in that area. I am looking forward to using all the opportunities that I get, create products, capitalize on them, and impact as many lives as possible. Thank you.
That's really nice. Looks to be quite an interesting proposition. I hope you have also consulted some lung specialists or doctors who will help you in analyzing this data or using artificial intelligence more intelligently,
Yes.
because it may not happen that any outcomes that come out of your study using AI is not backed up with doctors' validation.
Yes, sir.
Maybe some lung specialist or somebody you should involve, but otherwise it's a very, very ambitious project, very interesting. I believe
Thank
you've
you.
also done something on agriculture for the
Yes.
farmers.
Yes, sir.
That's also extremely good, because if they can look ahead into the future and plan their crop smarter, I think that can have a huge impact on their incomes.
No doubt,
So
sir. Yes.
both these issues are extremely relevant for India and very impressive. I can't believe you're a 15-year-old girl only. So I must say it's good to see all of you with your spirit of inquiry and the new things that you're coming up with. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you, Akshara. I'd now like to invite our third innovator, Ms. Samriddhi Kunwar, who's from Uttar Pradesh and who is just 10 years old and has built a human tracking device using GPS.
Good evening, sir. I am Samriddhi Kaur from I am studying class 6. I am going to present my project named Human Tracking Device using GPS. This project is using GPS technology emulation with footwears that enables the user to see the real location of the wearer. The innovation is helpful
समृद्धि आप माइक के थोड़ा सा और पास आ जाओ. Be a little louder. हाँ.
The innovation is helpful in reducing abduction and helping the wearer be safe. It is suitable to all child, women, disabled, and the old age persons. And the kidnapper will not take away footwears in unlawful acts. So in my product, footwear has a socket where my GPS is planted. GPS is waterproof, dustproof, and fireproof too. GPS has a very long battery life too, so the search team will have a plenty of time to search for the person. I hope that you will find my project helpful and you will promote my project.
very interesting. I just honestly cannot believe you're in class 6 and I've already started thinking so far ahead. It's extremely impressive. And
Thank you.
I'm glad that you are concerned for the girl child or concerned for the human trafficking at this young age. My heartfelt compliments to you. It's really remarkable. You'll, of course, have to see that it's also affordable because
Yes.
most of the young girls or women who get abducted or into who suffer the problem of human trafficking come from a background where affordability will also be important. And you'll have to
Sir,
see
the
whether it will
G-
require a. Sorry?
Sir, the whole project was made in 100 rupees only, and the GPS cost 80 rupees. And if you will buy it in bulk, it will only take 300 in 100 GPS. So I think that is affordable.
Very good. Or beta, what will you do about the monthly cost? Will there be a monthly cost also to keep that
No,
GPS active?
no, there will be battery and you can charge it, sir. There will be
Right,
provided a charger.
but for the signal to be transmitted, the will the company Airtel or BSNL or anybody will they charge money for the signal to be transmitted every month or every day?
Yes, sir.
That may be a little bit of a problem. Maybe you
Sir,
could consider.
they have a yearly plan and it doesn't need very dense signal.
The girl is brilliant. She's going to be a rock star. I can only tell you that much. She is answering extremely confidently and with full knowledge. She's right. It doesn't need much data to transmit this signal. And actually, Shruti should try to connect her to BSNL. And this could become a public service project where, as a government, we could even allow, without any cost, this for a product like this to give signal or to give the transmission because data requirement is very small. It's not very expensive also. And how to proliferate it will be a challenge, but state governments may be encouraged. Otherwise,
Thank you, sir.
all the mobile companies could come on board and give this kind of free of charge this service to anybody who uses this, and states could be encouraged to put this in the slippers of poor girls and young school going girls and stuff like that. But it's a brilliant idea. I'm really impressed. At this young age, I wouldn't know too many girls who would have been thinking so far ahead. Compliments to you, Samriddhi.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Samriddhi. I'd now like to invite Ms. Shruti Patel, who's from Gujarat and who has developed a device for children with cerebral palsy.
Hello, sir. I am Shruti Patel from Modasa, Gujarat, and I am 18 years old. In 27th National Children's Science Congress 2019, I researched on cerebral palsy children, and I innovated in this competition a cradle, which is specially made for cerebral palsy children, and it provides sensory integration treatment to CP child, and this is unique one because a normal cradle is moves horizontal, but this cradle is moves horizontal as well as vertical, and I patented this through Gujarat Council and Gujarat Council on Science and Technology, which is known as Guj. And my second product is Arduino-based sound play sensor. This is also made for cerebral palsy children. It helps to understand some specific conversation style of their child to their family members as well as their as well as another person, and I am working on it. I When I participated in 27th National Children's Science Congress, my project is selected as a promising project at national level, and I also participated in various national level competitions like IRIS, CSIR, Inspire Manank, I did for India, and some state level competitions like Eureka 3.0 and SSIP, which is known as Student Startup Innovation Policy 2020, and I won this competition, and उसके लिए मेरी 2 लाख तक की पॉलिसी भी पास हो चुकी है। और उस वक्त मेरा जो कैडर है उसका पेटेंट नहीं हुआ था, तो मैंने इसके लिए वो पोस्टपोन कर दिया था, लेकिन अभी इसकी पेटेंट हो चुकी है, तो अभी मैं इसके लिए स्टार्टअप शुरू करना चाहूंगी। और हमने इसका एक्सपेरिमेंट भी किया है और ये प्रॉपर वर्क भी करता है।
શ્રુતિબેન બહુ જ સારું વિચાર છે તમારો, रियली इम्प्रेसिव। आपने बहुत सेंसिटिव सब्जेक्ट पकड़ा है, इनकी जीवन में वैसे ही बहुत तकलीफ होती है, और अगर वास्तव में अलग अलग उनका बात करने का तरीका भी बहुत अलग अलग होता होगा,
हाँ
आपका डिवाइस कैसे उसको आसान कर देता है पेरेंट्स को समझने के लिए?
ओके, तो सर
डिवाइस कैसे डिफरेंशिएट करता है?
जो ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं उनकी स्पेसिफिक स्टाइल होती है, और उनकी जो आवाज की जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो स्पेसिफिक होती है। मीन्स कि अगर कोई बच्चा रोता है तो कोई स्पेसिफिक फ्रीक्वेंसी पे रोता है, उस आवाज की फ्रीक्वेंसी फिक्स होती है। हंसता है तो फिक्स होती है, लेकिन जब ऐसे बच्चे को किसी और फैमिली के वहां हमें छोड़ के कहीं और जाना होता है, तो वो जो अदर पर्सन है वो उसको समझने के लिए कैपेबल नहीं होता। और इसका हम देखें तो इसका जो प्रोग्रामिंग होगा आर्डिनो बेस्ड, वो हर बच्चे के लिए एक अलग होगा। तो पहले तो हमें ऐसे बच्चों की ऑब्जर्वेशन करनी होगी, उनकी फिक्स साउंड की फ्रीक्वेंसी को डिटेक्ट करना होगा, और उसके बाद हम उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम ऐसी प्रोग्रामिंग कर सके कि जो सामने वाला पर्सन है वो इसको समझ पाए।
बहुत बहुत ही सोच विचार करके आपने बनाया है, और मुझे लगता है कि अगर वास्तव में इसको प्रमोट किया जाए तो परिवार के लिए बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा।
हाँ सर।
अगर वो समझ सकते हैं बच्चे क्या बोल रहे हैं, इसके लिए आप अभी नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या सोच रहे हैं, हम क्या हेल्प कर सकते हैं, कुछ आपने विचार किए?
सर अभी हेल्प में तो मुझे चाहिए कि मेरा क्रेडल का तो हो चुका है और मैं इसको इम्प्लीमेंट भी कर दूंगी, पर जो आर्डिनो बेस्ड साउंड प्ले सेंसर है उसमें मुझे एक स्पेसिफिक सेंसर चाहिए जो ऐसे बच्चों के लिए काम आ सके। और नॉर्मल साउंड प्ले सेंसर मिल जाता है, लेकिन उसकी भी ऊपर की क्वालिटी का अगर कोई मिल सकता है तो मैं आगे उसमें वर्क कर सकती हूँ। इसके लिए मैंने हमारे गुजरात में कई फाउंडेशंस हैं, उनसे भी मैंने इंटरेक्ट किया हुआ है। जैसे आई क्रिएट है, उसे भी मैंने कॉन्टेक्ट बनाया हुआ है। और सर मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि मेरी बड़ी बहन चंद्रा पटेल, उसको ही सेरेब्रल पाल्सी की बीमारी है, तो मैंने उससे ही प्रेरित होके ये स्टार्ट किया है।
बहुत ही मतलब आपने संवेदना वाला काम किया है, और आपकी बहन को भी जल्दी भगवान ईश्वर ठीक करे, उनको और अच्छी तरीके से उनका जीवन बीते, उसके लिए मेरी आपको और आपके परिवार को शुभकामनाएं। और वास्तव में शायद उन्होंने आपको इंस्पायर किया होगा कि आपको इसका सोल्यूशन निकालें।
हाँ सर।
और it's really touching and it's very nice that you thought of doing something for others also. It's very, very nice. I'm very impressed. I'm sure Dilip Bhai will be a proud father. केम छो दिलीप भाई?
बस बढ़िया साहब, मजे में होंगे। आप कैसे हो सर?
बहुत अच्छा, और बहुत अच्छा लगा कि आपकी लड़की ने इतनी संवेदनशील अपना चरित्र दिखाया, इतनी चिंता की, बहन को भी मदद आए और बाकी समाज में भी बच्चों को लाभ हो। हम सब अगर ऐसे देश में सोचने लग जाएंगे जैसे 8 लड़कियां, छोटी छोटी लड़कियां एक लड़की तो 10 साल की है सिर्फ।
हाँ बढ़िया।
तो मैं समझता हूँ कि भारत का भविष्य बहुत उज्जवल है इस प्रकार की हमारी बेटियां अगर काम करेंगी तो।
सर इसका
बहुत बहुत आपको शुभकामनाएं।
सर इसको कैन डू वृत्ति इसके अंदर इतनी है कि वो अपने आप खुद सब करने लगती है। और हम एक ऐसे परिवार से जुड़े हैं, स्वाध्याय में शायद आप बॉम्बे से है शायद, तो
जानता हूँ।
तो उसमें
जानता हूँ।
ये वृत्ति हमको बार बार मिल रही थी कि अंदर ये सब उसमें इसके कारण ये सब हुआ है। बराबर उसकी बड़ी बहन की पूरी जिम्मेदारी उसके पास ही है, वो ही रखती है। अब उसकी बहन की इधर साथ में बैठी है। ये जो इधर है उसकी बड़ी बहन है, ये इसकी बड़ी बहन है जिससे करके किया है। थैंक यू सर।
All the best to you, beta Shruti, and about this particular product that you require, if you can tell us कौन बनाता होगा, या अगर आपको कुछ और उसके स्पेक्स हो अगर भेजे तो हम भी स्प्रेड करेंगे। फार्मा इंडस्ट्री में मनसुख भाई हैं अपने गुजरात के ही, उनसे भी बात करेंगे अगर वो कुछ इसमें हेल्प कर सकते हैं, या इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंडस्ट्री में हम थोड़ी बात करते हैं, देखते हैं उधर कोई ये सेंसर बनाता होगा। मीटिंग के थ्रू विल टॉक टू द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इंडस्ट्री। टेल पंकज महिंद्रू, संकेत इसके अगर डिटेल्स आए तो टेल पंकज महिंद्रू टू हेल्प अस लोकेट समबडी फॉर द प्रोडक्ट शी रिक्वायर्स।
सर अभी मैंने प्रोटोटाइप की अभी मैंने ये प्रोडक्ट एज अ सैंपल मैंने अभी रेडी ही रखा है।
इसको कोई इंक्यूबेटर के साथ जोड़ सकते हैं क्या श्रुति?
सर दैट्स व्हाट आई वाज थिंकिंग सर, इनको इंक्यूबेटर मैचिंग करा देते हैं, अच्छी गाइडेंस करेंगे सर फिर कि कौन इस फील्ड में स्पेशलाइज करता है। सो लेट अस लुक एट दैट सर।
Near wherever she stays, she's in Mudasa in Aravali.
गुजरात।
तो आई क्रिएट भी हो सकता है, पर आई क्रिएट कितना दूर है आपके यहाँ से?
सुरेंद्र नगर 150 किलोमीटर्स।
150. देखो whether there is something closer than that. Otherwise, I create is good, of course.
Sure, sir.
All the best to you, Shruti.
Thank you, sir.
And God bless you. Do well in life, and my best wishes to your dear sister also.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
थैंक यू श्रुति अपने प्रोडक्ट के बारे में बताने के लिए और आपको क्या मोटिवेट किया ये प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए भी। थैंक यू सो मच। I'd now request Miss Isha Biswas, who's from Arunachal Pradesh and has developed a web application which can predict best crop to be harvested on any type of field, to please introduce herself.
Hello, Namaste sir. I am Isha Biswas, student of Kendriya Vidyalaya number 1 Itanagar and currently studying in class 11. I have developed an application, web application that is known as App of Growth Project, an AI-based technology for the farmers who found difficulty in choosing a good crop to be harvested. In case of weather changes, some soil becomes wary and soil nutritional changes takes place. So many of the farmer who doesn't aware about the soil changes plants any random crop and in future it doesn't yield good. So to help those challenged farmers, I have designed an AI based model which predicts a good crop for the soil. The model takes 7 input values like a ratio of nitrogen, ratio of potassium, ratio of phosphorus, and temperature, pH, humidity, like values. And there's a small predict button below. After filling all those blanks, we have to just simply tap on that predict button, and the model automatically recognizes a crop that can be best harvested.
I think all of you girls will leave me speechless. I can't believe it that आप लोग इतना आगे की सोच रहे हो इतने कम उम्र में. At 16, you are looking at the farmers' concerns. You are able to understand the problems of farmers. It's really remarkable. And in India, the weather does change very, very suddenly. You have unpredictable weather.
Yes, sir.
If this application can help them to plan their crop better based on soil and on environment, this is truly game changing. But what inspired
Yes,
you?
sir.
आपको? Why did you think of this, Isha?
सर बिकॉज मैं भी एक फार्मर फैमिली से ही हूँ। करंटली पापा अभी इलेक्ट्रिशियन है यहाँ अरुणाचल में, बट वी बिलोंग टू अ फार्मर फैमिली एंड वी नो कि कौन से चेंजेस कौन से टाइम पे होते हैं और like, हमें कितनी सारी डिफिकल्टीज हो सकती हैं। तब मैं अपने होम टाउन में थी तो मैंने ये ऑब्जर्व किया था कि बहुत सारे फार्मर्स हैं वो ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स में आ जाते हैं कि हम अच्छा क्रॉप कैसे उगाएं। तो मैंने तब वहाँ सोचा कि मैं एक ऐसी प्रोजेक्ट में काम करना चाहिए मुझे जो फार्मर्स के लिए वेरी हेल्पफुल हो क्रॉप चूजिंग के लिए। तो मैंने ये एप्लीकेशन बनाया।
ब्रिलियंट। आपकी अरुणाचल के सीएम से कभी बात हुई है क्या?
नहीं सर, कभी नहीं हुई।
आप कितनी दूर हो ईटानगर से? ईटानगर है ना कैपिटल?
यस सर। सर मे बी 5 किलोमीटर शायद।
ओ इतना ही है। I think I'll request the CM to call your father and you. This is really remarkable कि आप वहां पे बैठ के भी इतना अच्छी तरीके से सोचते हैं। अब ये जो आपने सोल्यूशन बनाया इसको किसको दिखाया है अभी तक? किसी ने देखा है? कोई संस्था
यस
ने?
सर, मैंने नेशनल शोकेस में हिस्सा लिया था रिस्पॉन्सिबल एआई फॉर यूथ प्रोग्राम में। तो वहाँ मैंने अपना प्रोजेक्ट का डेमो दिखाया था बहुत सारे मिनिस्टर्स सर को। एक आए थे राजीव चंद्रशेखर सर, उन्होंने भी देखा था मेरा ये प्रोजेक्ट और उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा अप्रिशिएट भी किया और उनके हाथों मुझे एक सर्टिफिकेट और मेडल भी मिला।
Very good. Shruti, do one thing. Pema Khandu is the Chief Minister of Arunachal. उनके PS को जरा मेरी तरफ से मैसेज देना कि I have desired that he should give a time and call her father and Isha to meet him. Just give a message to Pema. This is really remarkable, Isha. I'm very impressed. अरे अरुणाचल CM से बात करो, Pema Khandu. Very, very impressive. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Isha. I now request Ms. Divyanshi Oli. It is a web application which can predict a disease and tell Ayurvedic treatment for it. To please introduce herself.
Good evening, Honorable Piyush, Goyal, sir, and all the respected members who are present in this event. I really feel blessed and honored to be a part of this event. My name is Divyanshi Oli, and I'm from Nainital, Uttarakhand. And I have designed a Ayurvedic band, which is basically a combination of Ayurveda and technology. It is a disease predicting model. Like my problem statement that I resolved was that like nowadays people usually neglect the minor health issues which in future may cause big health problems. Many diseases like heart failure, hypertension, etc. can be detected at the earliest stage. According to WHO, the cardiovascular disease is a leading cause of death globally. We can cure it if we regularly monitor our heart rate and blood pressure. As a solution, I have designed my model in such a way that as soon as the user inputs all the necessary details that has been asked there, my model will predict the possible disease as an outcome with its Ayurvedic treatment along with yogasanas, diet plan, and precautionary measure that should be taken. For future aspects, I have incorporated the Nadi Pariksha, which is an ancient Ayurvedic technique of diagnosis. I use the traditional medicine system. As we all know that India has a rich heritage of it. I want to take this system forward and combine it with the technology so that everyone from the all over the globe can be benefited from this. For larger social and economic aspects, I want I need government and social so that I can be benefited from it. Thank you.
Very good, Divyanshi. पर आपको ये नाड़ी परीक्षा के बारे में कैसे ध्यान में आया कि आपका टेक्नोलॉजी से नाड़ी से आप डिटेक्ट कर पाएंगे प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
सर ये हमारी एंशियंट टेक्निक है जो पुराने टाइम से चली आ रही है। जो वैद्य होते थे पुराने टाइम में वो कोई भी डिजीज इसी नाड़ी परीक्षा के थ्रू ही पता करते थे। नाड़ी परीक्षा से ना सिर्फ हम डिजीज का पता करते हैं और उसके रूट कॉज तक का भी ले जाती है।
रिमार्केबल। आपके पीछे स्वामी विवेकानंद जी की फोटो लगी हुई है।
यस सर।
Does he inspire you?
Yeah. He's my
आपने पढ़ा
inspiration.
है उनके जीवन के बारे में? थोड़ा पढ़ा है?
हाँ जी सर।
बहुत अच्छा। और क्या क्या टाइप की डिजीज इससे नाड़ी परीक्षा से आपकी टेक्नोलॉजी में क्या कुछ सिग्नल्स लेता है नाड़ी में से या क्या लेता है? पल्स लेता है, क्या लेता है?
हाँ जी सर। जो ये रिस्क की 3 पल्सेस होती हैं वात, पित्त एंड कफ, वो हम 3 फिंगर्स के थ्रू देखते हैं। इंडेक्स, मिडिल और रिंग फिंगर के थ्रू वो हम लोग उसका जो एल्गोरिथम है कि वो कैसे चलती है उसके बेसिस पे हम लोग ये डिटेक्ट करते हैं कि उन्हें कौन सी डिजीज है।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत ही इम्प्रेसिव है। और आपने आगे की सोची कि आफ्टर ऑल लॉन्ग टर्म में आयुष की ट्रीटमेंट्स देश में और बढ़े तो उससे रोजगार भी उत्पन्न होगा और उससे मेरे ख्याल से नेचुरल ट्रीटमेंट भी बेटर होगा यूजिंग
Yes, sir.
नेचुरल हर्ब्स एंड
यस सर। सर उसका कोई साइड इफेक्ट्स भी नहीं है। जो आजकल की दवाइयाँ होती हैं उसके काफ़ी ज़्यादा साइड इफेक्ट्स भी देखने को मिलते हैं। बट हम आयुर्वेदा इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं तो उसकी कोई साइड इफेक्ट्स भी नहीं होंगे और ऑर्गेनिक जो चीज़ें हैं वो बढ़ेंगी। अच्छा, ऑर्गेनिक हर्ब्स।
तो किसी संस्था से अभी तक बात हुई है जो इसको आगे बढ़ा सकती है या इस्तेमाल कर सकती है या प्रमोट कर सकती है?
सर अभी तो नहीं हुई है।
एक्चुअली बाबा रामदेव का आपके नजदीकी है।
यस सर।
आई थिंक वो भी आयुर्वेदा का काफी कुछ प्रमोट करते हैं ना?
यस सर।
Shruti, we should get the details. Let's see who can. I have a member of parliament called Anupam Sharma. He's also into Ayurveda in a big way. And I'm confused who would be the best to take this forward because this is more diagnostic. How will we validate such a product? Some medical device person will have to get this validated. Maybe that Sharma, there is a Andhra Pradesh Medical Technologies Devices City. You remember that, Samkit? Sharma, VB Sharma or something, who's the...
Jitendra Sharma, sir, from AMTC MedTech Zone.
Yeah, so maybe we should try and connect her to him. He may be able to throw some light and he may be able to validate this process also. Why don't we look at that?
Fine, sir. Plus, sir, I was thinking that from the Ministry of Ayush, since they would be interacting with so many of these people who are doing well, maybe let me take inputs from them also, sir, and see who are the best people who can handhold her.
Maybe we should ask every ministry to nominate a director level person or an undersecretary or somebody so that whenever we get any product which relates to that ministry, which shows promise under Startup India, we should be able to at least refer it to that person and then he can try and connect with others. And we need not do it for all, but certainly for young startups, let's say who are below 21 or something, we should look at some handholding and maybe ask all our incubators also to take a special interest in all these 8 cases and any other cases that show promise that have come out of this whole exercise.
Yes, sir.
All the best, Divyanshi. Excellent work.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Divyanshi, for taking us back to our roots. I'd now like to invite Ms. Seher Taneja, who's from Delhi and who has built a pair of smart gloves which convert sign language to text and speech using smartphones.
Thank you, ma'am. So I would like to say thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity for me to be able to share my idea on this platform, and it means a lot. I am Sehed Zaneja, a student of class 12th from Springdale School, Dholakua. My innovation journey and my journey in science and technology started back in 2017 when our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, came up with a vision of innovation in New India. And this whole era of this mindset of innovation in young students started, and Atal Tinkering Labs were opened in our schools. I have been working on various projects, right, for open defecation. I've been working on research projects on problems right from pollution. Now I've started working on the problem of sign language for the past 2 years. And how I started was that I witnessed my grandfather develop hearing loss. And this was a big reason for him getting isolated from us. At the beginning, I wasn't able to understand the problem exactly, but then it was only after a lot of research and to get know more about the whole community that I was witness to this problem that is plaguing our society. So, sir, as is well known, with the diversity in the sign language that is used to converse, in a lot of places, teaching is through oralism. Most hearing and speech impaired students drop out of school early because they are unable to convey their thoughts to the teachers who are not conversant with sign language. And even if they are able to acquire vocational skills, employment still remains as a big challenge because the speakers whom they communicate with do not understand sign language. And this is what I have achieved to lower the barrier in communication by opening up conversations between the hearing and speech impaired and others with a pair of smart gloves that convert sign language to text and speech using a smartphone. Now, these are a pair of smart gloves with flex sensors attached along the length of each finger, along with accelerometer sensors, with Arduino Mega and Arduino Uno, the technology with Bluetooth device, wherein finally the sign language is converted to text and speech on a mobile phone app that I built using MIT App Inventor. But the gloves that I created. It is a portable, adaptable, user-friendly, multilingual education tool capable of storing 5,120 customizable gestures to suit any and every situation and profession. And I have been able to go to a few places, NGOs, meet with people, doctors who were able to guide me on how I could further improve on this. And this all work that I've been doing for the past 2 years is with the aim to make the speech and hearing impaired people in our country socially and economically independent. Now, sir, even though with the Atal Innovation Marathon and the labs that I've been a part of, I have been able to connect with AICCMB. I have been a part of the government boot camps. And that has helped me a lot in terms of going from only 10 signs that I had begun with to 5,120 gestures. And last year, I was able to file a provisional patent, and I'm in the process of filing the final patent. But what I would request in terms of support would be I really, really want to take this to the people I have created the gloves for. And that is one vision which I had ever since 2017 to be able to come up with something that helps in solving a problem in my country, India.
Now, each one of you girls is going to give me a heart attack. With your enthusiasm, with your innovation, with your confidence, my God, what am I confronted with? This has been one of the finest video conferences I've had in the last 2 years of Corona. Unfortunately, with all of the spread of Corona, I couldn't meet all of you personally today. तो मुझे नहीं लगता 2 साल में मुझे इससे बेटर वीसी कभी अरेंज हुई है. It's really remarkable. And I'm actually speechless. So you are, for those who are hard of hearing, it becomes so much easier since I'm speechless. It's truly remarkable. And,
Thank you so much.
And Shruti, get her connected to maybe one or two of the companies which are working on this. This is absolutely remarkable if we can do this service, because I know my own mother, when she became hard of hearing, gradually they start getting into a shell. She's absolutely spot on. She has caught on the problem very, very accurately. And if we can save them from getting into a shell, then they are so much more active, so much more useful to society. And they play a very important role in the grandchildren's development and all of that. So it's not only about old people, of course, there are youngsters who lose hearing also. So maybe there are some societies which work solely on this subject. We must get her connected and see how this can be made more cost effective also, how it can be propagated. And if she has already used gone up to about 5,100 words, you said?
So I have actually made it customizable because a lot of people have their own sign language in different parts. So I felt that the best would be that it should be made customizable, wherein each person, according to his or her needs, I can customize it according to them and it can be fed. But sir, one progress that happened last year was when our Prime Minister launched that the Indian Sign Language will be official now, and that would be a great help, and it would help in further making one particular um, coding in this hand gloves that I've built. So that will also help me a lot in making the product that I wish to make.
I'm very worried, Shruti, ये लड़की को अमेरिका या कोई उठा के ले जाएगा, इसकी इतनी टैलेंट है, इसको किसी तरीके से भारत में रखो और एनकरेज करो कि ये इनोवेशन भारत में रहे.
So
Please
whatever
handle all
I will
these
do
eight
will
girls.
always be for my country, India.
Excellent. Really proud of you, Sir. God bless
you
you,
so
and your family. Really wonderful. And it's inspirational the way you have described your journey of the last 5 years. You must have been barely 12 at that time.
Yes.
So very, very impressive, and I'm delighted to see everybody's confidence on this call. It's absolutely wonderful. Well done.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, sir.
Thank you, Seher. I'd now be inviting our last innovator for today, Ms. Ayushi Kaushik, who is from Delhi, and she has made biodegradable sanitary napkins called Yukti.
Good evening, sir. My name is Ayushi Kaushik. I would like to thank you and my chairperson, Mrs. Amita Chauhan ma'am, for providing me this opportunity. I am 17 years old today, and I remember I started this project when I was 14 years old. I have made a biodegradable sanitary napkin called Yukti using materials which are very readily available in the market. And it is one of the innovation that I feel is very important in our country, because menstrual hygiene is something which is either still a taboo in our country, or if it's even being combated, then also people are not really open to talk about it. Less than 20% women in India are using sanitary napkins. Other 80% are still using other unhygienic things like cloth, ash, husk, sand, and I don't know what other alternatives which are very harmful for them. Even in urban areas, only 52% of women are using sanitary napkins. Rest are still resorting to other unhygienic practices. So we made a biodegradable sanitary napkin which has all we have tried to combine the elements of science, technology, as well as Ayurveda. It has Himalayan pink salt. We have incorporated Himalayan pink salt in our sanitary napkin, and this is how the sanitary napkin looks like. I have a piece with me, and you can see like how thin is this, and we have basically made it for women in rural India, since they say that no, we are not very comfortable using the other sanitary napkin, that हमें तो अच्छा नहीं लगता है sanitary napkin ज़्यादा पहनना, or it is not affordable to them, not accessible to them. That's why we have made this napkin which has the cloth as the uppermost layer. Now the cloth is Cots wool. Cots wool is a blend of cotton and wool. Wool has very like warming properties. properties, and it has air insulation, so it keeps the intimate area very warm. And apart from that, the cotton which is blended in this wool, since it is a blend of cotton and wool, that's why we say COTS wool. The blend of cotton gives it the required strength so that women can move in any position, and it will not tear off. It is extremely hydrophilic. It absorbs a lot of fluid, and its pH value, the sanitary napkin which we have made, its pH value lies perfectly between 7 to 7.8. That is neutral. It is neither acidic nor basic. The sanitary napkin is patented. It contains Himalayan pink salt, which has anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic properties, because of course it is Ayurveda. So in Indian, I guess that nothing can beat Ayurveda. Then the next thing which we have used is the sap gel. Sap gel is made of like cotton, wood pulp, and materials which are not harmful to the body. I have experienced so many cases of women who say that we are having bacterial growth, fungal growth, yeast infection, reproductive tract infection, urinary infection, cervical cancer, ovarian cancer. So many infections women face just because of this. So what we have done is that we have also kept the cost very minimal, so that not just women in urban India but also rural India can use it very comfortably. It costs only 2 rupees. Sometimes the cost comes up to 2.5 rupees because of the variations in the raw materials that is there in the market. But otherwise, it's approximately 2 rupees only. And sir, we have used anion chip in this. It is a new technology which is emerging in sanitary napkins. Anion chip is negatively charged. It attracts bacteria from the body, and not just attracts bacteria, it also penetrates the bacteria deep down into the sanitary napkin, so that the body is nowhere in touch with the sanitary napkins. Some of the napkins which we get in the market have plastic as the uppermost layer. Now we are trying to eliminate plastic from our environment, so let's just think it that way, that getting plastic in contact with the intimate area is in itself so harmful, and also very harmful to the environment. So there are no chemicals, in no harmful dioxins, no chemicals, no plastic in our sanitary napkin. It is completely eco-friendly, completely biodegradable. uh, all the problems, yeast infection, bacterial infections, are covered by Himalayan pink salt. And most of us questioned us that, if you're using wool as the uppermost layer, it will cause too much heat in the intimate area. That is why we used Himalayan pink salt, because it has anti-inflammatory properties, so it will keep a proper balance in that. We also got it testified from the Sigma research centers, and now it is medically testified. Regarding this project, I also met Sir Ramnath Kovind on Children's Day, and I also met President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, for the same. I went to Russia, I met him. We also did research work on microbiology. I did gene cloning of bacteria. I got so much insight about bacteria, yeast, and that's why I was able to know so much about infections that women face. And this is all about it.
So you're on mute, sir.
Sir, you're on mute. Minister, sir, you're on mute.
Ayushi, you mentioned 2.5 rupees is the cost. What is the material cost? Do you have that separately? Material and labor?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, the cost is around 2 rupees. That is because the materials which we have used are very simple. We have used 2 cotton sheets, one back sheet that is a biodegradable polypropylene. Upper layer is the COTS wool, and then we have the sap gel and pink Himalayan salt and anion chip. So it's just 7 material. And absorption capacity is also very high. Cost is very minimal, sir, because we buy the material in bulk, so the cost reduces very
So what
low.
kind of a cost? Roughly what kind of a cost?
So cost
Roughly.
of each material.
Material.
So cost of each material comes around 0.35, 0.40. The wool costs around 1 rupees or something. Otherwise, everything is very minimal.
And you have the medical certification that this is medically fit and
Yes,
safe
sir.
to
It is
use.
medically fit. It is patented, and we are also getting funding from Dell Technologies to launch it in the market. We have started our production of 4,000 napkins, and we'll be launching it in the market in around May. June.
4,000 per day.
No, sir. We have started the production of 4,000 sanitary napkins. So in first go,
No,
we'll release.
4,000 sanitary napkins per day or what?
No, sir. 4,000 sanitary napkins in total. That is a first target to release 4,000 sanitary napkins in the market.
अगर वो मेडिकली फिट है वो 4,000 तो मैं ही खरीद लूंगा, वो तो चिंता मत करो. You make 1 lakh napkins and you give me, I'll buy it.
Okay, sir. So this
Shruti,
is how the
just,
napkin looks like.
No, I'm not my subject so much, but what I only want to know is that it should be medically approved. I don't want to get, because my wife does a lot of charity on sanitary napkins. Incidentally, आप सबको सुन के आपका भी मनोबल प्रोत्साहन बढ़ेगा. मेरे लड़के ने जब वो स्कूल में था तब उसने थोड़ा बॉम्बे के म्युनिसिपल स्कूल्स का सर्वे किया था कि लड़कियां स्कूल से ड्रॉप आउट क्यों होती हैं. Why are the girl child dropping out of school? And 2 reasons came out of that study. One was, of course, sanitary pads, and the other was lack of proper toilets. And nowadays, I think girls need sanitary pads at a very young age, probably
Yes, sir.
4th, 5th standard.
So
also.
because of the diet and because of the so much environmental
Activity.
changes that is coming, girls are facing menstruation at a much younger age than it was in the 90s time.
Right.
So
But why I'm sharing it with you, beta, is that study of his and the outcome of that did 2 things for us. A, it got him admission at Harvard. That was one of the primary reasons that got him admission at Harvard. Because of that study that he did in all the municipal schools of Mumbai, some 400 schools. And second, since then, as a family, we've been trying to do as much as we can to donate sanitary pads.
Yes, sir.
To the girls or women in the villages. So that's why I'm saying my wife in any case buys lakhs of them. तो ये तो आप श्रुति इनको चेक कर लो अगर मेडिकली ओके है.
Sir, it is medically certified.
वो my department will interact with you because I have to be careful on that score personally, don't want to land up in a problem. And I'm not at all doubting what you're saying, beta, but I just have to get my department to check that. Second, connect her to Jan Aushadhi, our program where we are giving these sanitary napkins at a very affordable price throughout the country through 8,000 Jan Aushadhi stores. If we give her volume, if she's already at 2.5 rupees and she doesn't have a marketing headache, then I think a package of 6 or 10, whatever is packed by Jan Aushadhi. Have you been to a Jan Aushadhi store, Miss Ayushi?
Sorry, sir. Could you please repeat?
Have you gone to any Jan Aushadhi store? There's a scheme that the government runs, Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana, under which we have set up medical stores, 8,000 medical stores all over the country. You are Delhi based, right? Saket. There's one at Safdarjung Hospital, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
There's a Jan Aushadhi store at Safdarjung Hospital. You may not want to go there in the middle of COVID. Maybe after some time, whenever your family allows you, hop over to that Jan Aushadhi store or any Jan Aushadhi store. They have sanitary napkins which they sell, I think, at 10 rupees. I don't know, it's 7 in that or 10. I'm forgetting. But we need lakhs and lakhs of sanitary napkins.
Yes, sir.
And you compare their product with yours. Do a comparative analysis or get some lab to do it.
Sir, actually, Sir, actually, we purchased some of the sanitary napkins and we compared it in terms of various standards. And some of the sanitary napkins which said that we'll sell it at 1 rupee or 1.5 rupees didn't turn out to even absorb like half a cup of fluid. That is just water. So the density of blood is much more than water. So what is the point of selling at 1 rupee even if it cannot hold that much amount?
Exactly. So, Shruti, we must do a technical analysis. What we are already selling in the Jan Aushadhi store also. It's a good point she has raised. Maybe we कहीं हमको कोई गलत ना माल बेच रहा हो. Right? मुझे लगता है we subsidize it. I don't think we buy it at 1.5 rupee. Probably government subsidizes it to support the poorer and less lower middle class families. But still check it up. And she has raised a very valid point. Get her product also examined. There must be some facility, pharma industry must be there who must be checking this. Compare it with others also. If she needs any technical assistance, we can try and help her get that if required. And then help her to scale up. In fact, help all these 8 girls in their respective areas. I think our ministry should adopt these 8 young bright girls and help each one of them or connect them with one of our incubators in their respective state, wherever they are, Arunachal or Uttarakhand or Delhi, wherever, right?
Sir,
And
I would also like to mention one thing that in the over the course of 4 years, I visited various states. I went to Lucknow, Calcutta, Kerala, and 2-3 more states where I actually surveyed with people that what is the real scenario of menstrual hygiene. So I found out that in eastern and southern states, women are still much more equipped with sanitary napkins than in the middle states like Chhattisgarh, UP, Odisha, Bihar.
absolutely, what you say is right. In fact, that is one of the problems. Inequitable access to these facilities in different parts of the country. Particularly the poor regions don't have this product. So incidentally, if I'm not mistaken, most of the stuff that my wife sends is to tribal areas. Because in tribal areas, this is a problem. So really, really impressive. My compliments to you, Ms. Kaushik, and to your family for the wonderful upbringing that they've brought out in you and for your sensitivity towards your sisters. Really remarkable.
Thank you so
But
much.
for all of you, I think we will be most happy to support your efforts. We'll try and connect you with the right people. And after about 2 or 3 months, our startup team, Kritika, somebody just keep it in mind. I'd like to do a review to see what has happened. Did we really help them, or did we one more interaction with the minister and then matter over? It should not be like that. Because they are at an age where they will either become the bright stars of the country or they'll be so disappointed that they'll never once again want to meet any other minister. Don't let that happen. Don't let them get demoralized at all. And all of you are girls in our startup mission, most of you. Our JS, who handles this, very, very senior official, is a distinguished lady. So I think it's incumbent on all of us to make a difference to the efforts that these young girls have done. So let's take it up as a collective commitment to all of them. And after 3 months, maybe we'll present them before our Startup Advisory Council. It'll make everybody proud of what's happening in the startup mission. And I'm going to thank Smriti for actually inviting me to this whole program. I had no clue about this initiative, and I think it's truly, truly remarkable what all of you are doing.
We have an official from Women and Child also.
Sorry?
We have an official from Women and Child department
Who
also.
is there? I'd like to know. Please introduce yourself.
Good evening, sir. I am Pallavi Agarwal, Joint Secretary from Ministry of Women and Child.
God bless you, Pallavi ji, and your whole team. because
Thank you.
truly this is the kind of sensitivity that all of us need to have, and particularly towards these really brilliant girls whom you have introduced me to today. Thank you so much to you, your minister, and to all of you who have made today's interaction happen. I was actually trying to call Smriti, but she's not available, but I'll thank her personally afterwards.
Thank you, sir.
It's really been a great opportunity for me. Today is National Girl Child Day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I don't think I've celebrated this day in a better way.
Yes, sir.
Any
Indeed,
day
sir.
of my life. It's
Indeed, sir.
truly remarkable.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree, sir.
Sorry?
I totally agree, sir. Indeed, it is absolutely a remarkable experience, sir.
And it's a day to celebrate the exemplary achievements and accomplishments of all our young daughters. I'm truly very proud of you. It's often said when girls are empowered, then countries become stronger. Countries become more prosperous. So you are our future. आपके ऊपर पूरे देश की नजरें टिकी है, आपके ऊपर हम सब, आपके हौसले के ऊपर हमारा सबका भी मनोबल और बुलंद होता है. आप सबको बहुत बहुत आशीर्वाद, बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, और इसी तरीके से आप बोल्डली, लॉट्स ऑफ करेज, नई चीजें, नए आइडियाज को डेवलप करते रहिए. ये तो शुरुआत है. आप यंग हैं, सभी लोग यंग हैं, ये शुरुआत है. और ये भी ध्यान रखना कि एक मिनट, स्मृति जी का फोन है. स्मृति जी, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to interact with all these young girls. You are on speakerphone. I want them to know that I'm really delighted.
I am extremely grateful, Piyush Bhai, that you found the time and have privileged us with your communication and interaction with the young budding talent of our country. That today on the National Girl Child Day, the innovative entrepreneurial prowess of our young girls is finding salutations from you, is blessed by you, is a great achievement unto itself for the young girls who have conjoined in a conversation. Also, as somebody who leads the commercial prospects of the country, what better an office for these young budding talent of our country to interface with.
Now, thank you so much, Smriti ji. You have actually done me a service by introducing me to this program, to these girls. My department also has a lady who's heading Startup India, Shruti Singh. So between Pallavi and Shruti, they are adopting these 8 girls and they're going to make sure they are successful. 3 months from now, I'm going to do a review of what has happened after this. But truly remarkable talent you have. And this country can only be proud of all our young girls. Really remarkable.
I think this initiative and leadership that you're showing for this initiative is not only appreciable, but it is a tribute to the Prime Minister's clarion call of ensuring that new India will see women-led development.
Absolutely.
This is a great step in that direction.
Absolutely. I think you and I should bring it to the Prime Minister's notice also. आप अगली कैबिनेट में जरूर बताना पीएम साहब को.
निश्चित.
और
Thank you so much for your time.
और maybe
I look forward to that.
yeah, all the
We're
best.
really grateful for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I really don't know what more to say. प्रधानमंत्री ने जब ये नारा दिया था तब शायद हमको भी किसको कल्पना नहीं थी कि इतनी इसमें संभावनाएं हैं. एंड जैसा बहन स्मृति ने कहा, हमारी नारी शक्ति की जो करेज है, जो आपका सोच है, जो आपने ट्रेडिशनल को भी एंगेज किया. आई थिंक इट वाज हु वाज इट जिसने, अक्षरा आपने किया था, किसने ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज को, या ओली, मिस ओली ने किया है. दिव्यांशी ओली ने ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज को भी साथ में एंगेज कर दिया. हमारी बेटी ईशा ने एक किसान परिवार से आती है, तो किसानों की समस्या को समझ के उसका सलूशन निकाला. Our young girl from Gujarat, whose sister is got cerebral palsy, she came up with a solution, learning from her own experience. Miss Tanejar looking at her grandmother, and I can connect with what Seher said because I saw that happening with my mother towards the last few years. So honestly, and I'm only taking the names जो screen पे दिख रही है, but each one of you has done us proud. And Ayushi, आपका तो product हमने underwrite करना है. It's truly remarkable. And Shruti, Ritu Maheshwari आपकी एक colleague है. Do you know her?
Yes.
Noida की collector.
Yes.
I had asked Ritu 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I don't remember now. She used to work with me in Power. When she became Noida collector, I had attended one school program there and I had appealed to her कि तुम नोएडा को या जो भी उनका डिस्ट्रिक्ट है इसको पहला डिस्ट्रिक्ट बनाओ जिसमें हर महिला को एक्सेस मिले सैनिटरी पैड्स का. Will you call up Ritu and remind her that?
Yes, I will.
ये 2 साल पहले की बात है मेरे ख्याल से, 1.5 या 2 साल पहले की. इसको जरा रिमाइंड करिए और बोलिए मैं तो भूला नहीं हूँ. आई होप शी हैज नॉट फॉरगॉटन. और उसको आयुषी के साथ इंट्रोड्यूस करिए.
Sure.
बट नोएडा कैन इजीली बी, अभी तो चलो मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट है, पर एज सून एज द इलेक्शंस आर ओवर इसको हम भी अपना डिपार्टमेंट भी देखें और कोई एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट को पहले टोटली 100% सैचुरेट करे कि हर गरीब महिला, हर महिला को सैनिटरी पैड मिले और फिर उसको देखते हैं कैसे देश भर में हम एक्सपैंड कर सकते हैं. तो ऐसे करके हमने इस नारी शक्ति को और बुलंद बनाना है. दिस इज व्हाट प्राइम मिनिस्टर सेड व्हेन ही सेड बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ. अगर देश की सभी बेटियां आपकी तरह पढ़ाई करना शुरू कर दें, नए आइडियाज लेके आए, उनको ऐसे अवसर और मौके मिले तो देश का भविष्य सुरक्षित है और उज्जवल है. और I think each one of you is a gem, is a jewel, is a Kohinoor for India. And I mean, I'm really speechless. I don't even know what to say for all the work that you have done. Or I just hope all our colleagues in the ministries will pick up your ideas, will take them forward, encourage you further, and whatever help you require, please don't hesitate to ask. Maybe our startup team could give a connection, a number or something to them, each one of them, one of your the girls' number, and Asta or Kritika, somebody, whoever you nominate, Asta, get somebody who will continue to encourage them, continue to provide them back-end support, connect them with the incubators. And I can only see, look at Falguni Nair, where she has reached. आपने नाम सुना है फाल्गुनी नायर का, जो नायका जिन्होंने स्टार्ट किया था, जो आज 1 लाख करोड़ से ज्यादा की कंपनी बन गई है. ऐसे आप सब में मुझे संभावना दिख रही है. तो आप सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. जो काम कल्पना चावला ने एक जमाने में किया था, जो आज मीराबाई चानू ने हमको ओलंपिक्स में सिल्वर मेडल दिलाया, मैरी कॉम ने हमको स्पोर्ट्स के एरेना में एकदम देश का नाम रोशन किया, जिस प्रकार से आज विश्व में हमारी बहनें इंदिरा नूई को देखिए, शी हेडेड पेप्सिको आई थिंक. तो हमारी महिलाओं में बहुत सक्षम ताकत है और वो आज मैंने आप सबके माध्यम से मुझे भी उसका रूबरू परिचय मिला. और आपकी उम्र देख के तो और भी ज्यादा उत्साह बढ़ता है. 10 से 18, 10 to 18. It's truly remarkable. And just keep up this good work. You are the true leaders of India. and with the kind of different sectors that you've all picked up, my own sense is huge potential in each of these sectors that you have shown today. And मुझे तो ध्यान भी नहीं था कि आपकी उम्र में आप आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस भी समझती हैं, आप इतना ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रिकल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इंजीनियरिंग कर लेंगी. एक ने जीपीएस पे किया, एक ने ग्लव्स में एआई को यूज करके लैंग्वेज, आई थिंक शहर ने स्पीच और हियरिंग को की प्रॉब्लम्स को कनेक्ट किया. एक स्टीव जॉब्स का डायलॉग है वो, या एक कहना है, कहावत है जो स्टीव जॉब्स ने कहा था, एंड I'd like to quote it to all of you. And I quote, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do change the world." The people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who really change the world. You, all of you 8 girls, and along with you, I'll add my Startup India team, my officers, Pallavi ji or Shruti ji. You are the ones who are going to change the world. Believe me. Keep up this good work. We have to empower them. We have to educate them. We have to encourage the girl child. And to all of you, my warmest wishes and best wishes. I can only in conclusion say 4 ideas for you all to think about, and for my colleagues also. Make vocal for local a national movement. इसको एक जन आंदोलन बनाइए, क्योंकि आपकी तरह हजारों स्टार्टअप्स नए नए आइडियाज ला रहे हैं, पर उनको अगर देश में मौका नहीं मिला और विदेश से ही चीजें और टेक्नोलॉजी आती गई, तो आप अपने परिवारों में, अपने स्कूल में, अपने मित्रों में वोकल फॉर लोकल को और ज्यादा एडवोकेट करिए, इसको एक जन आंदोलन बनाने में मदद करिए. दूसरा, ईच वन ऑफ यू शुड बिकम एम्बेसडर्स फॉर क्वालिटी. आप जो भी काम करें, आपने देखा आयुषी की कॉन्फिडेंस, हर सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस के मेरी क्वालिटी दूसरों से बेहतर है. क्वालिटी को एकदम अपना लीजिए. मेक दैट योर मिशन, मेक दैट योर गाइडिंग फिलॉसफी, कि अच्छी क्वालिटी कभी फेल नहीं होती है. एंड यू बिकम द एम्बेसडर्स ऑफ क्वालिटी. उससे कंज्यूमर्स में भी अवेयरनेस बढ़ेगी. और आयुषी ने सस्टेनेबिलिटी पे भी ध्यान दिया है. शी हैज केयर्ड अबाउट बायोडिग्रेडेबल, क्योंकि एनवायरनमेंट को हम इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते. क्लाइमेट चेंज इज अ सीरियस प्रॉब्लम. और सैनिटरी नैपकिन्स का डिस्पोजल, खासतौर पे जो पहले के बनते थे, वो तो बहुत ही सीरियस प्रॉब्लम है. तो मुझे लगता है क्वालिटी के साथ साथ सस्टेनेबिलिटी, इन दोनों को हम सब ध्यान में रखें. ईशा के एग्रीकल्चरल फोकस में भी सस्टेनेबिलिटी आता है कि राइट सॉइल और वेदर के हिसाब से राइट प्रोडक्ट बनेगा तो सस्टेनेबल होगा. अगर आर्टिफिशियल पानी जमीन से निकाल के बनाओगे जो सॉइल को सूट नहीं करता, जो कुछ मात्रा में आज पंजाब के सॉइल को खराब कर दिया, 300 मीटर नीचे से पानी निकालना पड़ता है बाय ओवर इंडल्जेंस एंड रॉन्ग प्रोडक्ट फॉर दैट सॉइल. तो इस प्रकार से, और पंजाब के किसान इससे चिंतित है. मैं जब उनसे बातचीत करता था, जब ये पीछे हमारी बातचीत होती थी नए फार्म लॉस को लेके, तो ये चिंता भी जताते थे कि ये हमारे किसानों के खेती को बहुत नुकसान पहुंच रहा है. तो मैं समझता हूं क्वालिटी और सस्टेनेबिलिटी को हम हमारी मूल धारणा बनाएं. आप सबने जो काम किया, आप एनकरेज करिए, और हमारी बेटियों को और आपके क्लास फेलोज को एनकरेज करिए कि वो भी इस दिशा में नई इनोवेशन की तरफ जाए. और यू ऑल्सो कोलैबोरेट विद ईच अदर and with other women entrepreneurs. Collaborative effort से भी बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. Maybe I'll try to connect Ayushi with Falguni also. After all, she is doing beauty products. she can also possibly pick up sanitary napkins. Let me try and see if some connect is possible. I will let Asta or Kritika know or Shruti know about that. I am very impressed also that many of you come from outside the metro cities, Bombay, Delhi, Mumbai, Delhi. That's also very, very satisfying for me. And I think that is also something we would like to encourage more and more. Not to say that what work you are doing in the cities is any less important, पर आप समझ सकते हैं मैं क्यों ये कह रहा, क्योंकि जो लड़कियां दूर दराज को रहती हैं उनको मौका कम मिलता है, साधन कम होते हैं, तो मैं समझता हूँ विशेष हमने ध्यान देना चाहिए टियर 2, टियर 3 सिटीज में. और मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ आप एक दूसरे से भी कनेक्ट करिए, दूसरी महिलाओं से कनेक्ट करिए, क्योंकि कई बार उससे एक नेचुरल एफिनिटी बनती है और एक दूसरे को नए आइडियाज से आप सपोर्ट भी कर पाओगे. प्लीज एनकरेज न्यू यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. और एक लास्ट रिक्वेस्ट है आप सबसे कि हर एक चीज में महिलाओं को कहाँ नौकरी मिल सकती है या इनकम का साधन, रोजगार का साधन मिल सकता है, उसको भी आप ध्यान में रखिए. तो आयुषी के काम में अगर वो महिलाओं को ही काम कर रहे थे तो बड़ा अच्छा होगा, तो रोजगार भी मिले. और साथ ही साथ आप सोचिए भारत की हेरिटेज और ट्रेडिशनल आर्ट्स के बारे में, हैंडीक्राफ्ट, हैंडलूम, खादी. अगर इन एरियाज को हम किस तरीके से एनकरेज करें और हमारे वीवर्स, हमारे आर्टिसंस, इनकी आमदनी बढ़े, उसके लिए अगर आप लोग कुछ सोच सकते हैं, कुछ नए आइडियाज ला सकते हैं, तो भारत के लिए और 4 चांद लगेंगे और हमारी गरीब महिलाओं को आमदनी का साधन मिलेगा. This is just food for thought for all of you, but I can only in conclusion say my compliments to you, and I hope my team can be of some use to you. God bless all of you. Dream big. Never fear failure. Never ever fear failure. You learn from failure. You grow from failure. I don't know if you are aware, Abraham Lincoln it was, who had failed in every business all his life. He lost every election all his life, I am told. And he became the president of the United States of America because he never gave up. So don't fear failure. Failure is the stepping stone to success. So keep dreaming big. Lead with conviction, with confidence. Put nation first, India first. And I am sure कि ये जो भारत की बेटियां मेरे सामने है, ये एक उज्जवल नया भारत बनाने के नींव रख रही हैं. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your words of encouragement and for this wonderful session. And at Startup India, we commit to handhold them from here on. And thank you to all the young innovators who spoke about their ideas and their innovations with such clarity and answered all the queries with such promptness. We can surely see successful entrepreneurs in the making. Thank you. Thank you to everyone.
Good job, Ayushi.
Thank you, ma'am.